Title: How I Almost Lost My Life Chasing Shadows. I thought I was living. You know, really living. Money in my pocket, fresh kicks on my feet, and girls? Man, girls were everywhere. It was like I had finally arrived. Everywhere I turned, there was someone new. Someone soft, smiling, beautiful. I didn't care where they were going in life, or what they stood for. I just liked how they looked beside me. At the time, that felt enough. There was Cynthia, the kind of girl you show off, not speak to. She had the kind of face that made you forget your thoughts. And maybe that was the problem, she made me forget too much. Every time I tried to talk about something meaningful, she'd flip her hair and change the subject. I was building dreams. She was building a playlist. But I stayed because she looked good on my arm. Then came Tola, soft life or nothing babe. No work, no hustle, just vibes and vanities. She had a wish list longer than her attention span. Everything had to be funded: nails, wigs, brunch dates, vacations she never contributed a dime to. And guess who was paying? Me. Even when my account balance screamed run, I stayed. I thought love meant sacrifice, but this wasn't love. It was slow suicide. And just when I thought I had enough, Amanda came in, smooth, seductive, dangerous. She didn't even need to say much. Her presence alone made logic disappear. She knew what I liked, how I thought. She was a dream, until she wasn't. I started missing deadlines, forgetting who I was, emptying my wallet for midnight thrills that never filled the hole inside me. I laughed it off back then. Called it the game. My boys cheered me on like I was winning. But deep down, something was slipping. I was distracted, unfocused, and slowly becoming someone I couldn't recognize in the mirror. I didn't know it yet, but I was falling. And the scary part? I thought I was flying. It all came crashing down slowly, like a house sinking in sand, one memory at a time. I remember sitting alone in my car one night, engine off, the city lights flickering in the distance. I had just left Amanda's place. We'd fought again. This time, it wasn't even about money. It was about how I don't listen, how I was too serious about life, and how I made everything so deep. But deep down, I knew she didn't want to go deep. None of them did. I looked at my dashboard that night. My phone buzzed, unpaid bills, missed deadlines, a text from my boss that I never opened because I knew it was another warning. That night, something in me cracked. I started replaying the last 2 years of my life. All the time wasted, the distractions, the fake peace, the emotional chaos I called romance, and worst of all, how far I'd drifted from myself, from God. I used to be prayerful, focused, hungry to build a future. But now, I was burned out, spiritually numb, surrounded by noise and yet completely alone. That's when it hit me. It wasn't just about the women. It was about the version of me that kept choosing them. I started seeing the patterns clearly. Cynthia, the beauty without brains, taught me that not every fine face deserves a place in your future. Tola showed me that love without contribution is just manipulation and makeup. Amanda made me realize how lust can wear the costume of love until you're too blind to tell the difference. I cried that night. Not the loud, dramatic kind, just silent tears, the type that creep up on you when your heart finally tells the truth. You messed up, bro. But in those tears, I found something unexpected: clarity. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't chasing attention. I wasn't scrolling through messages or checking who was online. I was just me, broken, tired, but ready to find the real path again. I knew I couldn't undo the past. But maybe, just maybe, I could start writing a new story. The first thing I did was go silent. Not out of bitterness, not out of pride, but because sometimes healing starts with subtracting noise. I stopped calling. I stopped texting. I stopped showing up where I was only tolerated, not valued. I unfollowed, I unplugged, I unlearned. And then, I prayed. Not the kind of prayer that sounds holy. No big words. No performance. Just a man on his knees, whispering, God, I'm tired of being stupid. Please, fix me. Day by day, my appetite changed. The things that excited me before no longer moved me. I stopped chasing curves and started chasing purpose. I picked up books. I took long walks. I looked at my goals again, really looked at them. And I forgave myself. That was the hardest part, because I wanted to hate the old me, the one who let beauty blind his brain, the one who played the strong man outside while crumbling inside. But then I realized that version of me was a teacher too. So I gave him grace and I moved on. With time, I found brothers, men who weren't ashamed to say I've been there too. We'd sit, talk, cry, laugh. They didn't judge me. They reminded me that broken crayons still color and broken men still build. I found peace in slow growth. And one day, without even trying, I looked up and realized I was no longer the same man. I was stronger, wiser, sharper. Not perfect, but definitely purposed. Now, I watch other young men walking down the same path I took. And I don't shout at them, I guide them. I share my story, not for pity, but so they know they're not alone. So they know they can rise too. Because it's not just about avoiding the wrong woman, it's about becoming the right man. And me? I'm finally becoming him. Every man carries a crown, some just haven't learned how to wear it yet. But no matter how far you've fallen, or how long you've been lost, you can still rise. The wrong people may delay you, but the right decision can restore you. Protect your mind. Guard your purpose. And remember, real power isn't in who you impress, but in who you become. Written with love and purpose by Sam and Jasmine.